Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ray661 and we are going to be doing another StarCraft 2 commentary. This is between two diamond players. On the top right we have the Terran player named Captain Badger. And on the bottom left we have the Protoss player Kira. I believe this is Derelict Watcher. You know me, I'm horrible with map names, I'm horrible with names in general. But we're going to be watching this. It was posted on Reddit recently and what is this? Clear selection. That's a new button I never knew existed. I don't know if that's brand new or what, but that's really dope. I'm not familiar with that. I'm not used to that being there. Anyway, it was posted on Reddit. I'm not going to reveal anything about it. I don't know who wins. I can infer who won based on the flare, but outside of that, I really have no idea. I already forgot the guy who posted its name, but I will go ahead and link in the description the thread in question of where they talk about this, in case any of you are curious. So it looks like we have barracks coming down at 12 supply, pretty generic. Gateway at 13, again generic. I've been playing a lot of random recently and kind of got a lot better understanding, 13 gas, a lot better understanding of how both races work compared to my Zerg, which I'm a Diamond Zerg. So it's faring a lot better in terms of understanding and scouting. I actually didn't know that Terrans take this at 13 normally. I took mine at 15. Double gas at 16, pretty standard. Nothing really much to say about what the build's going on right now. You may have noticed I haven't posted a lot of videos recently. It's been, what, a month? Which is really bad. I don't want to do that too often. But I've been quite busy. Cybernetic core going down. I've been quite busy. Sun doesn't really give me a lot of time to cast. Now I'm switching over to night shift, so I'm adjusting my schedule with that. So the only time I can record is either on my days off or whenever I am, or during the evening, which doesn't really happen all too often, whenever there's no absolute way I can be worried about noise issues. When with my son and all, that really doesn't really happen. So, alright, so we got a Mothership Core Stalker for the Protoss player. We have CC coming down in the expansion. We have double barracks and a reactor. I thought that Terrans normally gets the, unless he's going Reaper. Is he going Reaper? 2 gas? Yeah, Reaper, no, because then otherwise with 2 gas he wouldn't be able to support 2 Reapers. Interesting. We'll see what he ends up going. I thought that, yeah, it's just Marines. I thought most Terrans start out with the, fuck, I don't even remember what it's called. Technical lab? Something lab? I'll figure it out as soon as this guy comes up. Protoss expanding. What is it? Tech lab. I guess it would be technical lab, but okay, so tech lab, so you can get slow and marauders, so you can like defend. But I guess risky McGee over here. I don't know. I swear I got a little better understanding, but my understanding of the two races wasn't all that great to start with. So, you got robotics facility coming down for the Protoss player, so it looks like he's going to go Colossus Tech. He's oversaturated on his main, but he has his expansion coming. 4 Marines. Let's take a look at the units right now. We have 1 Reaper, 6 Marines. What's the Reaper doing? Looks like he's just scouting around. 6 Marines, 1 Reaper, 1 Marauder versus 1 Stalker, 1 Sentry, 1 Mothership Core. Probe count is higher than the SAV count by 4, but there are mules. And Sentry gets a hit in, but doesn't. Oh, double backs. Does he know? What is he doing? Is he going to get anything? He's just scouting right now, but if he gets something, then that's going to be hilarious. 2 hits. Oh, 1 hit. So that's 1 kill, which is actually really good because this Reaper got 2 kills and should not have gotten any. Not a single kill should have been given to that Reaper. And this Stalker's just on patrol, like, I don't care that there's a Reaper in the base. Whatever. Alright, so it gets pretty hefty force for the Terran player, from what it looks like, with several Marines, a Marauder, and another Marauder coming down right now. Observer and Robotics Bay coming down. Observer going, where is this Observer going? I don't know, maybe over here? Oh no, that's a weird direction for an Observer to go, but Robotics Bay coming down, so Colossus Tech is definitely on its way. A handful of gateway units. Terran's going, Marine Marauder. Well, no? I thought that was going to end up being Widow Mines or Hellbats, but didn't have the tech structure for the Hellbat. So I guess it's just Hellions, which isn't really all that great against Protoss. So, Probe's still down here doing its thing. We already got a command center, and he's a little behind. I don't know if I would say he's behind, but he's been skimping on his gas. So that would explain the high Marine count, which as soon as this Colossus starts coming out, the high Marine count won't really do much. But it looks like it might be a pressure coming in here soon, but with no upgrades, we'll see how well it works. We've got Starport coming down, going to probably switch out with this reactor to start pumping out medevacs and Vikings whenever the Terran player realizes that, hey, there are Colossus on the field. Let's see what the Terran player sees. He saw the Robotics Bay facility, the building that produces the units. But that's pretty much it. What did the Protoss player? Nothing. He's sending an observer in right now, but he just knows that there is a barracks, and that's about it. So let's return back to this screen. We've got combat shields. We have stem packs. We do have stem. Stem has been researched. We got +1 coming out for the Protoss. Where's in his other forge? Double forge, almost always. Chrono boost being built up by the Protoss player. Terran's doing well with his muling or scanning, or wherever he plans on doing. And the Terran player seems to be pushing out with the observer already scouting it. Well, how is the Protoss player going to react? We'll find out. He will have 2 Colossus out, but no Thermal Lance. And with Chrono Boost being built up, he needs to dump that Chrono Boost into this Thermal Lance right now. That should have been one of the first things started. So, shame on the Protoss player on that one. Terran player's doing pretty well, having 20 supply over, or is that 30? No, 30? 30. No, 20. It's definitely 20. That's... Colossus is ripping through those Marines. Force fields were really well placed. So, I think you have to have 3 in order to block that off. When you cut the army in half and cut the supply down. So, the Terran player is going to retreat with that, and that's pretty much going to be it. We have Widow Mines coming out now. Terran player is scouting to see if there's a third. No third being seen at all, so Terran feels pretty safe to sit back and continue doing what he does. I do think that the Terran player needs to do a drop, maybe push up again, and drop at the same time. Observer that's on patrol, that's a weird spot to have an observer. Like, I don't know. I don't like it. SCV's menarding away, getting ready to land over here. For those of you that don't know, the reason why it's called menarding is because the person who first invented this concept, that was his name. So, if I remember correctly, I could be wrong. I will say that, because that's Brood War stuff, and I am not familiar with Brood War at all, having been in StarCraft at the beta of StarCraft 2. Never played StarCraft or been in the professional scene. So we got 1-1 coming down for the Terran. For the Protoss, we have 1 already done, upgraded, and +2 attack continuing. Chrono Boost seems to be spent pretty... No. Dump that Chrono Boost. There's no reason to have it, man. Looks like we have 2 drop, a double drop coming down. I'm probably heading towards the main. Stalker's already in position. And more gateways. Let's take a look at the structures tab. We have 6 gateways, 1 robo, 1 Twilight Council, did I say robo? I meant forge. And 1 robo anyway. For the Terran player, we got 6 barracks, 1 armory, 2 starports, and that's pretty much all that's really notable for that. Good drops coming in right now. It's already targeted the Twilight, not the Twilight, the Templar Archives. These names, man. And I think the damage is already done and the Terran player needs to retreat right now. And he's not retreating. Now he retreats and gets lasered. 1 Marine gets lasered. So now it's he's repositioning his drop, probably going to drop the 3rd, scout it, but could have done a little bit more damage, but ultimately it wasn't really all that effective. Let's take a look at the units lost tab. It looks like Terran has lost just under 1,000 resources. What's the shortcut for that? Control R. And 6 workers killed, done by the Terran player, more than likely just in that drop. Maybe killed another probe somewhere else, but that's pretty much it. That probe has disappeared, probably died. I don't know. We got more infrastructure being built and another expansion. So the Terran player is looking like he's going Marine Marauder, Medevac with some Vikings. Protoss player with 4 Colossus and several other units. Let's take a look at the units tab. 4 Colossus, 4 Stalkers, 5 Sentries, 1 Mothership Core, and 8 Zealots. Hellions rushing in, about to deal some damage. It looks like 1, 3. No, he's hitting nothing. Can we get one more? Nope, nothing. Alright, so Terran player has a lot of SCVs. 10 Vikings, 14 Marauders, 34 Marines, and 7 Medevacs, and 2 Widow Mines that are just randomly placed. Storm being made, Protoss weapons level 3 with their sweet new icon, which I still disagree with the color, being upgraded. 2-2 for the Terran, so Terran's going to have an upgrade advantage by the time the +3 is done. And a planetary fortress being built at the 4th. Pylon being set up right in front of the face of the Terran player, and the army is pushing across the map. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. Double drop pushing to the south, so we'll see how the Protoss player reacts, because he saw it with this Zealot, but probably wasn't paying attention to it. Army pushing forward. Let's see. Nope, not reacting, and warping down here means that this drop is going to do damage. Protoss players brings forward, eats a mine, kills a stalker, deals some damage. These Templars are capable of delivering storms. Not issuing, delivering storms. It looks like the Protoss player is just kind of prancing about. He could have killed this a long time ago, like now. Vikings, 1 gets eliminated, with the stalkers blinking up and the drops being done. Let's pay attention to the drop. Army's getting attacked. Stims back, tries to kite the Zealots. Doing pretty well so far. Just has to be careful. Where's the Vikings? Vikings are a little behind. And it looks like the drop isn't being reacted to at all, and the Terran player's army is pulling back. So he looks like he's going to be giving up this infrastructure here. Vikings are eliminating all of the Colossus, and gets all the Colossus, but all the Vikings are eliminated. Terran army attacks the Zealots that were attacking the infrastructure and succeeds. Its drop continues to do a lot of damage. This is a lot of stuff going on right now. Alright, so Storm's going to land right there. Nope. Feedbacks. Ooh, didn't have enough energy for Storm. And looks like the Protoss player is going to pull back. Terran is still doing a lot of damage here. I think that might finally be enough to force the Terran back. Looks like they eliminated a Nexus, and let's look at the units lost. It is pretty much even. So with the probe and pylons being eliminated, it will be even. So more Colossus being made at this point. It looks like the drop was landed and didn't kill too much. Let's look at the workers lost. It looks like it's pretty even between the two, with the Terran player eliminating 4 more. Units lost tab. Looks like 1,000 resources lost for the Terran, but at this point of the game, it is pretty even. And we still have plenty of time to go. Or do we? Yeah, we go, with both armies sitting back, I think that both armies are going to try to remax into 200, so we might get another 5 minutes or so. Double Colossus production. Armor's finally being researched. Double forge. Double forge. Protoss, you can do it. There's no reason not to do it. Terran player with a lot of minerals needs to dump that into something. It doesn't look like he's producing anything. 3-3. Any more barracks as that is. 3-3. Mobius reactor. Terran ship weapons. Ghosts are all being made. But he's going to Colossus tech now, so ghosts are pretty much useless. 5 Marines are going to batter that down, and I think I might back that up. So let me pause this for a second. Back. I'm going to pause the recording for once. Oh, nope, this is good. I think. Let's go back one more. And go. Okay, so he stems the few Marauders, Marines to attack that base, the 4th. Stems in, gets hit, eliminates a... Colossus eliminates quite a few Marines and a handful of Marauders, and everything pulls back. So Marines end up eliminating a probe, but don't really do too much damage to the 4th. Not as many losses as I expected, but still enough to push the Terran back. There's no way the Terran could have won that fight, especially with the fact that he's not reacting to the whole Colossus production. Triple drop. Looks like it's moving in, heading towards the 3rd base. Observer scouting around. Terran, the 5 Marines are still attacking this base. They might actually end up getting it at this rate. And this attack is about to push forward. Stem? No stem? No stem? Not yet. SCV is just suiciding away. Terran players pushing back. And walks right into a huge blow. Colossus is ripping right through this Marauder army. The medeffects are just not doing enough, and Vikings could have been needed. And it looks like the double drop is doing fairly well and surviving. And is this going to be a base race scenario? Zealots versus SCVs. Who's going to win that one? Alright, so the Terran player has nothing. The Protoss player should win this. Just a few warp-ins, and this army is going to be eliminated. We'll see what happens exactly. Production is blank, though, and that is not the way it should look. And with the Protoss player being nearly mined out here, and the base being eliminated here, is he ever going to react to this? I don't know. Protoss player continues to raid the infrastructure of the Terran player with the 3 medevac drop pulling back. Protoss player expands on the 3rd of the Terran player that was never taken. And the Stalkers eliminate the orbital command that is flying away out of the main. So it looks like the infrastructure here has been eliminated with a lot of money being banked up by the Terran player. He can rebuild elsewhere. Oh, the infrastructure just relocated. What am I talking about? Needs to get the tech up though before, and it didn't. No tech was made. The factory was saved though. So with the base race occurring, it looks like a lot of the infrastructure of the Terran was eliminated, and with this expansion here pretty much being hidden. It's definitely Protoss favored, but if that bank could be spent, 3 DTs being warped in at the moment. No idea where. If that bank could be spent, DT's pushing up to the now main base of the Terran player. If that money could be spent, the Terran player would definitely have the advantage. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh man. So this base was found by this drop, and is it going to be eliminated before the army gets eliminated? Yes. Is he going to pull out in time? Yeah. Yes. Blink? No. Barely. A little behind there. So the triple drop is pulling back, and the Protoss player is now pushing towards the base of the Terran player. DT's ravaging the mineral line on this side, but not over here. So looks like the infrastructure is now being eliminated over here. Warp ends of Templar? No, that's actually the Templars that were left behind. So Ghosts, Marauders looks like to be the composition of choice at the moment. I hear, oh, he's killing a barracks because that is so good, and my dog is whining, probably because it wants to be let outside, but I'll concern that here in a little bit. Starport's being eliminated, and that's really bad. That's really bad because these 6 Colossus is definitely going to rip apart the Terran player without anything. And it looks like, once again, it's going to be a base race scenario, with the Terran player pushing forward into the base of the Protoss player, and the Protoss player is trying to push through the into the base of the Terran player, who is already floating buildings on various sides of the map. And with no starport for the Protoss player might end up losing this. You don't base race a Terran because they can float. So it looks like right now this is going to be the buildings remaining. It does not look like there's any other yeah, those are going to be the last 2 buildings. Maybe these as well. The red Terran player has lost all of their command centers and is being revealed. So who's going to win this? That's a pretty good question. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being the Terran player because the Protoss player can't lift. If the Protoss could, have a mothership core to warp home, he would probably win this. But he doesn't have a mothership core to warp home because he forgot. This Marauder is going to eliminate these 2, so it looks like those 2 are safe. Another drop over here is eliminating these 2. So it looks like that the Protoss player is eliminated. If he maybe pulls back in time, but there's so much stuff being killed off right now. Marauders are overstemmed, so all that you have to do is poke them, but they're Marauders, so they'll go right through these buildings. And it looks like the Protoss player is trying to collect up. Protoss player does not have any bases anymore, whereas the Terran player has plenty of room and money. But does he have the SCVs? It looks like yes, he even has the SCVs. So it looks like the buildings in the main base have been protected by this army, and looking at the supply is definitely favored for the Protoss. However, the Terran has a lot of bank, and all he has to do is spend it. With these SCVs over here, if he can run them to various corners of the map. Ooh, oh, that's a huge hit. Medevac drop being eliminated. This medevac drop, however, is going to push forward and looks like it might be able to do what it needs to do. Stalemates? Ha! Joking. We can still do damage to both of us. So it looks like this drop is going to eliminate 1 pylon. Is it going to eliminate another pylon? Yes. And now it's working on the Twilight Council. Meanwhile, the Protoss army is trying to pull back as quickly as possible. It's going to be 3 buildings left. The Probe can build a couple pylons. DT here. And Twilight Council's eliminated. Go, go, go. Ooh. And did not get the assimilator and managed to get away. What? Why you pay attention? Blah 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 blah. Why didn't you pay attention? Come on, you could have blinked and took that out. That is the remaining army, I'm pretty sure. Let's look at the units tab. That is the remaining army, save for a handful of Marines. So where are the rest of the Marines? Right here. It looks like another medevac of Marines being pulled out and pushing towards the Protoss base. This this medevac also going there. So the Protoss player is doing this all wrong. All you have to do is send a handful of units around. A few Zealots. That's it. Probe attacking this barracks. Not going to succeed in anything because this Marine's going to pop out and kill it. This might end up being the game for the Protoss player. Protoss player could have won this so many times. My mouth is going crazy. So this is definitely a win right now for the Terran player. No doubt about it. Last building. Goodbye. He's not going to bother building anything with that probe that just died because of that marine. And nope. Oh, close call. Manages to drop a pylon, but he can see that, bro. And you need to protect it. If you're interested in a stalemate, you need to stay there and stalemate it. So, is he going to protect it? Is he going to protect it? I'm just going to watch this pylon. I wish I could zoom out. Really? This is what you're going to... Oh, man. Look at this. Look. Terran player has no idea what he's trying to do. And lasered. And blinked. Ooh. Oh! What are you going to do, Terran? This medevac is everything. If he loses this, the Terran loses. However, the Terran is slowly rebuilding. If you see on the top right, he's trying to rebuild. So, looks like we're 36 minutes into the game. He's now admits there might be a stalemate. However, he has units. Units that can kill the single... Ooh, what are you doing? No. Just... Okay. It looks like this Dark Templar is going to scout this... What? No, he's not. No, he's not. He doesn't know. This Dark Templar biffed it. He's just outside of range, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just outside of range. These two Colossus, I don't think are enough. I'm pretty sure if he spreads out. How does it work? If those of you that don't know, no damage, no resources, nothing building, and nothing dying. Well, I guess that's counts as damage. So what is it going to do? Trying to. That's not the right way to do it. Target the pylon. Oh, oh. GG. There you go. That's it. I didn't realize that the ghost could cloak, and there was no observer. GG. The Terran player wins. There's no doubt about it now. Congratulations. And the Protoss player, he biffed it pretty hard. Don't know why the Protoss player was scouting around with his whole army. He needs to do it with only... Yes he does. It looks like there's another building? Where's the... Bro! Army on building. Yes, there is a CC. CC managed to... This SCV. Is this the only SCV? That is the only SCV. Floating, I suppose? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe this fucking Dark Templar is retarded. Ghost just cruising around once again, and there's no observer. No observer. Well, there's no observer period, is there? There is no observer period. All that's left is this Templars doing ghosts. Storms. Oh man, this is tight. Let's look at the production. A nuke? He's building a nuke for the sole ghost that he has. Oh, is this going to end the way I expect it to end? Oh man, so basically, he's going to drop a nuke on the pylon. So, we'll see how this goes. Protoss player is scouting everywhere trying to find this CC. Finally finds it. But it's too late. There's a nuke. And here pretty soon we'll have nuclear launch detected. Let's follow this guy. See what this guy's doing. So, and he's not pulling... Why? No. Oh. Nuclear launch detected. And he sees it. He sees it. Does he know where the ghost is? He's storm... He did all the way around. He did all the way around. He stormed everywhere around the ghost. I don't think this could have ended any better. This could not have ended any better. Okay. So, let's speed this up just a touch so we don't have to wait on this. Go slow. I want to put it in the perspective of this guy. That was not the pause button. That was the button for unrecording. I'm so good. Okay, so we've paused it. Nuclear launch detected. Now, if you look really closely, if you... I don't think you... right around the whole thing. You can see it right here. Yep. In case you didn't know, if you don't know where it is, if you go like this, you can see the cloaked units. And I'm just scrolling on my scroll wheel to zoom in and out. So you can see how I can see the blurb. A lot of pros do that whenever like there's a, so let's say there's an observer right here and I'm a Terran player and I'm like, okay, I'm going to check to see if there's an observer. And I have like 5 seconds to kind of just do whatever I want to do. I can go like this. If I notice the blur anywhere, I'll be like, okay, there's an observer here. So let's see if I can change this. Oh, there's no vision. Okay, that doesn't help. But yeah, you could see the blur. So that's how some pros end up checking to see if there is an observer there. But then it looks like the storm's going all the way around. It's like, fuck no. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely did. It was a little close. I need to practice casting some more. This was a little bit intense for me. So, action-packed. I enjoyed it. I hope everyone enjoys it. And I'll see you all sometime soon, I hope.